Hi all, I'm honored to be speaking at your first Relief Conference. I'm Howard Lasnik. I've been teaching at the University of Maryland for 19 years, following 30 years at the University of Connecticut. I specialize in syntactic theory and the so-called syntax-semantics interface, the connection between syntax and semantics. You've kindly provided a list of half a dozen very interesting questions. I'll take a stab at a few of them. So first question on your list was, which topics do you consider should be investigated in the next 10 years? Well, one of my pet areas has long been anaphora. It used to be a huge topic for generative syntacticians. It was the binding half of government binding theory, but with roots going back to Chomsky's 1955 magnum opus, The Logical Structure of Linguistic Theory. Then his 1965, Aspects of the Theory of Syntax, 1973, Conditions on Transformations, 1980, On Binding. And a vast array of work was based on these publications and the ideas that grew out of them. This century, though, it seems to have fallen by the wayside, maybe because theories of anaphora don't fit comfortably into current minimalist theorizing. In part, I'm guessing, because everything is assumed to be very local under minimalism based on what Chomsky called phases, yet some anaphoric phenomena are unbounded, even though based on the syntactic relation C command. I would like to see some serious attempts to reintegrate the theories of anaphora into syntactic theory. Second question, which are trending topics in the area? I'm going to alter that question slightly to trending approaches. Here I see more and more cooperation between theoreticians, computationalists, and experimentalists of all sorts. Classic psycholinguistics approaches and brain imaging, infant studies, large-scale data collection, sophisticated statistical analysis. All of this informs ongoing theoretical research, and theory influences experiment to a greater degree. I see a lot of collaboration between specialists in these various areas, and that's definitely to the benefit of the field as a whole. This point's relevant also to your fifth question. What advice would you give to someone who is starting out on linguistic research? So I would say beginners in research should learn a variety of techniques and approaches. Even if you're a committed theoretician, learn something about experiments, about statistics, about modeling, and conversely. Even if you have no intention of being a theoretician, for example, learn something about theory. All should look for collaboration possibilities with those in the other subdisciplines. Milestones in the discipline in the last 20 years? Well, that's a tough one, but ellipsis has become a central topic again. Jason Merchant's thesis, 1999, published as a book in 2001, was filled with insights and phenomena from dozens of languages about ellipsis phenomena. And most importantly, it resurrected the seminal ideas of Ross 1969. That paper, I think, is still the greatest single contribution to our understanding of ellipsis, but Jason Merchant's thesis and book are in the running. Now, this has all triggered a huge amount of work, articles, dissertations, books, examining a whole range of new phenomena in many languages. We've learned a lot more about the nature of ellipsis, perhaps most notably via following up on one of Ross's big discoveries, which is often called repair by ellipsis. Some kinds of violations can seemingly be repaired by eliminating the offending portion of the structure, while other kinds cannot be. This has the potential to greatly advance our understanding of the nature of the violations and, in fact, the nature of ellipsis. Ellipsis is particularly fascinating, I think, since it's a phenomenon that lies at the intersection of syntax, phonology, semantics, and pragmatics. And all the new work can be found in several dissertations, scores of articles, and even a handful of books. I think we're learning a lot about ellipsis, but all following in the footsteps of the master on ellipsis, Hadge Ross. Now, about contributions to society. Yeah, that's a hard one too, but one thing that occurs to me is we should follow in Bill Labov's footsteps and show that non-standard varieties of languages are just as logical and rule-governed as the standard variety. We should work hard to get this message across to society at large. I think it will do at least a little bit to alleviate some of the bias and minority groups, underrepresented groups of all sorts. One thing we should try really hard to do, I think, is get this message across to grade school and high school teachers, because they have a lot of influence on their young students. And one way to do this is by trying to get Bill LaBosse message incorporated into education school curricula, and in fact, make that part of a larger collaboration between linguistics and educators. Okay, thank you very much.